So I found this video with George Janko, his wife, and then Charlie Kirk as the guest, and they're all talking about parenting. So if you wouldn't mind, let's watch this video together because I think we're gonna get something really good out of it.
We had a neighborhood and it was an ongoing joke. When I was a kid, we laughed about it. I never saw the sincerity behind it. But when I grew up, I was like, oh, this is not good. My neighborhood friends, all of them would hate and love me because we were the household that had people over, had the dinners, had the pool parties, had all that stuff. So the other parents would always say to the kids, because they knew that my mom was the most strict.
Yes.
They would say, what did Mrs. Janko say? So they would literally, all the kids would have to, and they would hate me. They'd be like, dude, your mom is getting us, we have to be here, we have to do this, because my mom would set the law of the community kids. And all the parents would literally just be like, what did Mrs. Janko say? Do what she said. And they would just put it off on her. We laughed about this. But then I realized, I'm like, oh shit, like, they have no control in their home.
That's exactly right.
They have no control.
And how did they develop?
And if you realize the kids that didn't fear their parents never grew up to respect their parents.
Bingo. And this is very important. Parents, you should obviously love your, again, I'm a new parent, so, but I can only speak from biblical and from short standpoint. Okay. It's far more important to have your children have self-control than self-esteem.
Oh my, what? Could you say that one more time?
And that is a Pragerism.
Could you say that one more time?
Again, I keep on, it's far more important for your children to have self-control than self-esteem. And the only way to teach self-control is to say no.
Yes.
Instead, parents want to be loved by their children, not respected by their children. And they want to be more like their child's friend than their parent. Mm-hmm. And we are seeing now the consequences of that.
You could do both. And I think this is why a lot
Friendship comes later. That's important.
I was just going to say, there's a time and a place.
It comes once they are a peer.
Can I just say one thing? I think that if you start the same way that you give a baby milk before you give them meat, if you teach them, we have a loving relationship, but there are rules and boundaries you cannot cross.
That's right.
You cross, you will see that other version of me that you don't like to see. I think this is the household that I grew up. Me and my parents were our best friends, and we were best friends all the way since before even high school. But what happened was that they established dominance.
There's a hierarchy.
Yes.
Well, then that's parenting.
Yep.
I completely agree with that.
Because their teachings were embellished in love, and then your friendship came. Because my mom would always tell me when I was younger, she'd be like, "I'm not your friend," because she
you have no friends.
No, she put down the law. She said, "You and I, we're not friends.
I love that.
We'll be friends later on when you're, you know, when you're 18 and all those things, and when a relationship develops differently." But she's like, "I'm not your friend right now." It was always embellished in so much love, but I feared my mom. And then it wasn't until I was like became older, and then we started becoming on the same page, and I started having more responsibilities that then her and I could see eye to eye, and now we have a friendship.
And I couldn't agree more myself. And if you agree, be sure to like this video and share it with one of your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.